What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing another Wasianiverson VOD review from his run up to rank 1 Project PBE. He's actually sitting at, I think, rank 3 Project PBE right now with YBY1 being first, but YBY1 hasn't streamed in a couple of days. Also, I think it's probably going to be very annoying to VOD review a new set where I'm not comfortable with all of the, augments and exactly their text and stuff like that on PvE. So I think I'll hold off on the YBI1 VOD reviews for a little while longer, but have no fear. We will certainly get back to there, as soon as we can. This is also my Thanksgiving VOD review, I guess. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates. I am thankful for all of you guys that, watch my videos, because it's kind of crazy that, a decent number of people actually watch my videos. And I record these videos and they go out and I like making them, but it's crazy that you guys watch them. So I'm thankful for you guys today. And I'm also thankful for augments. So this is actually an interesting encounter. This is my first time seeing this one. You get an extra augment reroll per augment. It's the Teemo encounter. So this is putting us into an interesting spot where, you can be a lot more selective about what you want to take. Probably not going to take this Demacia augment. It is cool. It's interesting that it's permanent scaling Demacia, but I haven't seen Demacia really work for anybody. This is this new Steadfast Heart augment that gives you a Steadfast Heart, and then it's like an infinitely scaling HP one, so kind of actually similar, but two infinite scaling HP ones. But I don't think we really have the start for this. Some kind of I don't know, Scion starter or some kind of super tanky start. Replication is probably the take from these, but we have a lot of rerolls here. Hustler. This is a new Hustler actually, so. It has, the old Hustler effect where you can't gain interest, but now instead of granting 3 gold per round, it grants 2 gold and 2 XP, which is a pretty big buff. It's an extra gold-ish value per round. I feel like I would really like this Hustler. I'm curious to see if Wasian wants to take it. Isn't looking at the Heart of Steel. This is this is one of the open augments. Oh, this is the Malala augment, right? Your team gets 8 AD and AP. This increases to 1% after each player combat. It is the Malala augment because he's the one who won the Vegas Open, but it's kind of a weird augment. It's not really like the learning one. Speedy Double Kill, another new one where you get a Gwinsus, then when 2 players die, you get 48 gold. But once again, I don't think it's really amazing in our spot here. I would just take Hustler. Maybe you can take Replication with the idea that your opener's not going to be that strong, so maybe you can grab some items to put you into a better spot to potentially itemize a Nivea. I don't love Advanced Loan that much, but that is another new one. Gain 20 gold and your next augment is 1 tier lower, which seems really bad in a portal that gives you more augment selection. Gonna pop this. You can take the Giant's belt here so that we can make, it seems like a lot of AD items, right? Yeah, we can make the IE Evans Shroud and then potentially a Warmogs here. And we're also fielding the 3 Piltover this round, which is gonna unlock Orianna and allow us to play 4 Piltover next round if we'd like. But we also have a lot of good 2-star units. Kind of surprised that we're leaning towards this Piltover board, just when you could play, something like this. Something like this looks quite reasonable. He checks for Piltover. He's going to take the Gigantification Ray, which I do think is decent. Wait, what's this other one that he has here? The Kinetic Barrier. I haven't taken that one yet. I'm going back frame by frame. Come on, wait. There we go. 60 armor and 20 MR. If they're taking more magic damage than physical, they're taking the opposite. Whoa! That's pretty cool. The problem with giving resists, once it's procced is that you've already taken a bunch of damage at that point, and so the resists haven't done anything there. So usually, resists late into the fight don't really, do as much as something like just straight up HP that you get here. The Gigantification Ray just gives you HP, which is really nice. But yeah, we are going to go down this route of playing around the 4 Piltover opener. So kind of a cool opener from Wasianiverson, just to play around this. Yeah, he's actually, okay, he's going to swap out the board. Okay, this looks more reasonable. The only downside is obviously we have to IE Nivea now, I guess, which doesn't seem great. He's low-key considering holding the unit in case the fight's really weak, but yeah, he needs to slam here. This does look a lot better. The only downside is, yeah, IE Nivea is probably not amazing, but it allows us to play a 2-star unit, get more traits in. 4 Piltover, to me, has never felt that crazy, and we do actually win the fight. It's a big win here for our 3 streak. Could be on the way to giving us our 5 streak, though. To be fair, our next level is looking a little dubious here. I don't know, because there's no extra in on this board unless we find a threat type unit. All right, our spot in general, though, I mean, we have to play something AD, and that's really it here. It's kind of interesting because I think, you know, the two most broken comps in the game here, this is smart as well, hold the Piltover and they get 4 Pilt back in here, drop out of Warden, but we get 4 Pilt in here. I like this a lot. Though it's kind of funny that we still have the IE stuck on the Anivia here. But yeah, like the most obviously broken comps in the game, I feel like, are these AP lines. As far as AD goes, especially from IE Slam, I'm kind of curious to see where Wasian wants to take this here because they feel a bit more conditional. There's some reroll lines, but obviously you need to have the units. You know, you can play like some kind of Gangplank, though. Even, you know, you're probably not playing IE into Gangplank. So yeah, I mean, I really just want to see where Wasian takes this. I mean, we're on a 4 streak, almost a 5 streak here. We do pick up a Leona as well here, so we could pivot back to that other board and then throw Leona on the board. Looks like he's not thinking that it's any stronger here, so it'd basically be cut 2 Pilt for Warden plus Leona here. It's tough. I feel like I would play that. The downside is obviously that you're not going to make 20 gold here, but I mean, winning is more important than everything. We'll see. This is a close fight, but I think we lost I mean, hard to say if Leona would have won this fight or not. I could see her winning it, but perhaps not. But okay, we still had a 4 streak here. No econ augment, but you know, we're getting there from an econ standpoint, just from the fact that we had a 4 streak here, and our board is pretty cheap as well. Main tank Loris, our whole board's 1 star except for the Anivia here. So yeah, it's a pretty cheap board, which is usually a good thing. You know, you'd like to win on a cheap board because it allows you to, I mean, it allows you to make more econ. Straight up. So yeah, very easy. Ooh, pick up the 2-star Ishtal, the Neeko here. Only downside is actually, I mean, you can fit it pretty easily onto the board. Yeah, I mean, you have Defender here, so yeah, actually very easy to play on the board. Just means that we end up dropping, we're playing 3 Piltover right now, which is a bit funny, but I mean, you see a Neeko too, you gotta play this unit. This unit, I feel like this has got to be, if Mort Dog's making a list and checking it twice for units that need to be nerfed, Neeko, definitely he would get on the first run around. Doesn't even need to check it twice for that unit. I feel like she is so strong in this Ishtal comp. She's also just got great traits, so she's played in everything. So probably going to be nerfed before live, but we'll see. I've been taking this new luxury. Oh, this is the one. It has a 5 cost, a 2-star, 1 cost, and 5 gold, and then you get it at the start of the next 2 stages. I feel like this one, like, there's a lot of options that just seem like you win the game. Like you take an Ornn out of this, you just spawn in with a free Ornn item as well at the start of next stage, basically, after 4 rounds for the Ornn to punk, craft it up. You got like an Azir. You can very easily get to 3 Shrima, maybe 4 Shrima. There's just like a lot of good options here. There are, you know, kind of trash options. If you just get, I mean, even just a random Shyvana or something wouldn't be bad. But there are certainly downside options, but if you get any of the scaling units, you feel amazing. Aside from this, I mean, Sword Overflow doesn't really jump out to me because we already have a lot of damage items. Hold the Line seems fine. I mean, I like this luxury subscription one, but we'll see what Wasian wants to take here. I mean, rolls. I mean, I think he's looking at it, and yeah, he does take it here and hits he does hit the Shyvana, which yeah, I feel like is kind of a low roll. You know, it's certainly not a high roll. But I mean, hey, perhaps we're going to actually play around it here. Yep, move our damage items over to Shiv, and Shiv is going to be our item carrier. Okay, so I mean, it makes sense here. I mean, the Shiv, yeah, it really threw me for a loop after I read the Shyvana unit a couple of times that she is an AD carry, just because, you know, I think of like AP Shyvana from League, which, you know, is, I mean, maybe the Super League boomers will be like, I remember when you didn't build Shyvana AP, and yeah, I mean, fair. I played a lot of Shyvana jungle for a time. The only problem with Shyvana jungle is she's one of these like farming style champions where you literally just like, you sit back and you do nothing until level 6. You literally just farm your camps on repeat, which was kind of chill, but also not chill, you know? Like, it was kind of chill that you didn't really have to do anything, but the not chill part is sometimes you would just lose the game without ever really having any impact, which is, hey, that's why we play TFT instead of League, right? All right, we are on a 3 streak now, and remember, the nice thing about this augment is it gives you this 5 cost here, but we're getting another 5 cost on 4-1 that we can potentially build our board around a little bit. There's a lot of value in this augment, and obviously the last 5 cost that you get on 5-1 is like kind of irrelevant. I think a lot of the power is in this 3-2, 5 cost. And honestly, even though we didn't get one of the scaling 5 costs, the ones that you're really jumping out of ed for, I mean, the Shyvana is looking like she's going to carry our mid game pretty hard, which is really nice. I mean, before we didn't really have that great of a carry for these items. And so the Shyvana jumping in here to help us out here. And thinking about getting 4 Pilt back. I mean, 4 Pilt doesn't really do much for this board because we're not carrying or tanking Piltover units anymore. We are going to slam the Crown Guard here just to try to be as strong as possible. The only problem is this is pretty bad positioning versus this guy. I think with correct positioning, we can win this. Yeah, it's actually rough, though. Honestly, maybe Neeko's so broken we could... that's really close. Oh, my God. Had she got a cast off, maybe we could have won that. That was rough. Neeko was just in the wrong spot. The Shyvana took aggro before the Neeko, which is never what you want with a melee carry like this here. So, yeah, feels bad here. He's still trying to figure out what strongest board is here. Now getting... I mean, 4 Pilt is so useless here just because it's only gigantifying the Piltover units, right? So, like, it's really just, like, very, very low value. But okay. Another person where their main carries on the left side here, so our Shiv's going to take aggro before our Neeko. Upside is they're a bit weaker here, so maybe Shiv can just clear everybody. That CC from the Cho is really good as well. This Cho'Gath with 2 Hex AoE CC. This is just like one of the, I don't know, I wanted to say like most slept on 2 costs, but I don't think people are sleeping on him that hard. I think people realize that he's kind of a monster. Wasian looking at his augment and kind of regretting his decision maybe at this point. But I mean, I do think he, I mean, there was a World War 5 streak this stage, honestly, with slightly better positioning and just slightly better maybe like fight RNG and stuff like that. That last fight was kind of tough, but once again, I think it kind of came down to positioning. The question though, Cash here, Shiv and, it just always gives a Shiv and a Rumble. Oh, wait, this augment's even better than I thought it was. I haven't got a chance to take it yet. So you just get, if you want, a 3-star 1 cost, which is kind of hilarious. But the real thing is you get at 5-1 guaranteed 2-star 5 cost. So yeah, it's kind of like aura farming, except you get the upside of getting the unit earlier, but it is a prismatic. Interesting. Okay, wait. I mean, I thought it would give you a different one every time. But I mean, the fact that it just gives you the same one means we're guaranteed Shyvana 2 at 5-1. Now, obviously, it's a prismatic augment, but I kind of like it a lot more because of that. I mean, Band of Thieves is never bad. Maybe we could cook up a cool Stand United board. There are a lot of strong Stand United boards this set, so, but Wasian, not gonna go for it. Just gonna, yeah, I mean, the Band of Thieves. It's hard to skip Band of Thieves. A TG is just so good. All right, gonna push 8 here. Start building out the board. We are playing, oh baby, that classic combo nation here of the Seraphine and the Malzahar here. We've talked about this before. This Malzahar unit just so strong. And, you know, it's just getting free Piltover in is never bad here. Check our TGs, relatively tanky items. So we're going to throw it onto our Nautilus here. A Bard, a Reroller that we're fighting against, playing this Bruiser Bard setup here. We can at least clear. Nice, actually, to pick up the win here when we're not super strong, but not too weak, honestly. I mean, the board's decent. And actually, wow, going to burn a Nautilus copy there just to move the TG over. Doesn't want to use a remover just because he knows that this Nautilus isn't that long for this world. He's eventually going to come off of our board, so we might as well do this. And Wasian just trying to team player out his board. He's looking to get more towards something like this. So this is, I mean, it's the Singed board minus Singed, right? Which is interesting. We'll see if he, because it's going to be, I mean, we could still very easily, we have 2 Jug in already. We're not that far from unlocking Singed. We've taken 29 damage so far, so we could unlock Singed if we really want to, but he's looking at more of like a Fast 9 style version of the board, but playing around this kind of very common core of the Seraphine, Neeko, Vi, and then Swain. Just the units fit really nicely together. You're getting Piltover in, Defender in, Arcanist in. You can add any Juggernaut and get Juggernaut, so, you know, usually that's the Swain, but doesn't have to be. In this game, very likely to just be the Shyvana, because we are going to spawn in with a Shyvana too. So Wasian team planning out his board very nicely there, and eventually looking to get up to the Mel Madarda as the disruptor on this board. Who Mel, a unit that I think, one, she might be bugged. It's been I don't know why I want to say prophesized, but it's been hypothesized is the word I was thinking of, that Mel is bugged. That I've seen some kind of disturbing clips where randomly she just like nukes the entire enemy board. So we'll see if she's bugged or not. But regardless, bugged or not, this unit is monstrous. One of the strongest 7 costs that you can cap out around in TFT right now. So we'll see if we do end up playing around that Mel Madarda here. We do have Draven in planner for whatever reason. I mean, he's a Noxian, but is there a quick striker that we really want to play? I mean, is he thinking about like Kindred late game? Maybe. I guess we will see. Kindred's more of an auto attack based champ, so it's not like this like IE guard breaker is like amazing on them. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking that these items are just going to sit on Shiv for a while, and then we're just going to make like a BT Edge of Night, something like that, to finish out our Shyvana items, and boom, we're done. But we will see. All right, Shyvana still doing good work at killing some stuff. We're not really winning many fights, but we are killing a lot of units, which is all you can really ask for when you're looking at a Fast 9 in a spot like this. And Fast 9, once again, to get to level 8, it's a lot more expensive. To get to level 9, it's a lot less expensive. So we are actually, you know, like already kind of there from from a gold perspective. Probably still have to 5-2 it just so that we're not like broke. But it should be a 5-2 with a decent amount of gold here, I would say. Oh, and a duplicator. Wow. I mean, we don't need to use it on the Shiv because of our augment. There is a another Ambessa, which actually brings us closer to the potential for Mel. Looking at blue buff Gunblade here. I mean, this looks pretty nice here. Yeah, it's a mana item and a healing item onto our Shyvana here. Yeah, I love this. And now we have the mana item to match up with our blue buff and Morello, which, you know, the faster that you're getting that cast off, the faster that you are applying all those effects. So really, really nice here. And yeah, the Shiv too at this point, just breathing fire down on everybody. Singed is a broken unit, but maybe not that broken. So yeah, looks like we made it 9 with a lot of HP, a lot of gold. I mean, the spot's looking fantastic. And yeah, I feel like this Priz augment that we took put us into a great spot, even though we didn't even get what I would say is one of like the broken options. There's the Kindred if we wanted. Kindred pair as well here. We have an Ornn. Yeah, it's relatively early Ornn. Wow, that is a really quick Kindred 2. That's also, okay, that is Ambessa. We do need to get an item onto Ambessa. And yeah, we are going to move over the Even Shroud just to get an item onto the Ambessa, which will guarantee our Mel here. So really, really nice quick APM there from Wasian just to make sure to get the item onto the Ambessa. I wonder if Ambessa is going to stay on our board or if we are going to get out of her. I mean, she works great as a pair for the Fiddlesticks later once you get to him. So I mean, I could certainly see it being done. Where's our Mel? What? Did it not go through this round? Am I crazy? Where's our Mel at? Also, he is going to opt to move items down to the that's weird. Okay, well, maybe it'll come next round. That's straight. I guess because he threw the item on as combat started, it didn't count as an unlock there. It must be, I guess. Hey, kitty, don't go in there. Kitty, don't go in there. Okay, I had to kick my kitty out of my closet because she loves to go in there and like climb up. There's like these like shelves, a few tiny shelves built into the closet, and she loves to like climb up them and knock everything off, and it's not a good time. All right, item off carousel. Can't take a Void, can't take a Morello, so we are going to take another blue buff here, actually. There's the Mel after a second. He's actually going to opt to sell the Ambessa here. Oh, this is his idea. Well, he's playing... This is a strange board, I will say. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Cut out the extra disruptor and play Mel as your disruptor here. I'm going to move Morello up here. And here's the other thing that's interesting about this Mel unit is she's got such a big mana pool. People are often doing this, is just building double mana on Mel and just watching your nuke boards anyway. So the blue buff doesn't even surprise me that we throw it onto the Mel here, because, I mean, she's such a beast. Even in just a spot like this with just double mana, she's just killing everybody. Here's your daisy cam for the video. She decided to climb up on my desk. So sometimes, it's nice to just grab her because then she won't cause any trouble, and she loves it. She loves getting picked up and sitting on your lap and stuff like this. As long as she doesn't bite me, I'm fine with it. We still have this dupe, by the way, where we can use on the Mel too, because we are probably going to lose this fight, but all good here. Not the end of the world here. I guess, yeah, our idea originally was Draven as the quick striker to go along with this guy, but we're not doing it right now. There's Mel too. If we want to use the dupe, we can also hold on to the dupe for a bit longer. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit awkward that we have Ashe as our random +1 on this board. I guess even if you hit Draven here, you're not actually getting Noxus in. So maybe this is... But no, you are getting Noxus, and you have the Swain in as well. So you would get Noxus in with Draven. So hopefully that'll be your pickup. Boom, there it is. We get Noxus in. Let's roll down here, see if we can pick up any other 2 stars. Here we do hit the Fiddle too, which is pretty nice. So yeah, we can just opt to dupe the Mel. I mean, I just sell off Seraphine here, but yeah, he does. I think this makes perfect sense. And then we just take GS for Mel. Yeah, oh, Archangel actually. Blew up. Ow, get in your butt. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm dead. She wanted to jump off me, but our claws in the back are so long. We need to cut her claws in the back, honestly. Wait, actually, did my girlfriend do that? I thought she did. Whatever. Her claws, it just, oh my god, they dig into when she wants to jump up anywhere. Anyway, moral of the story is this is a really cool board. I haven't actually seen anybody play this board, but it just uses the power of Mel. Our frontline is really kind of a pile of garbage. We're stuck still on Swain 1 frontline here, but the Shiv 2 just being a great piece of this board, and then the Kindred as well, just clearing, and the Mel every fight dealing most damage, just destroying people with, once again, this double mana setup. Once we got the GS, we didn't opt to go some kind of like blue buff void GS setup here. We went blue buff, and then the Archangels actually didn't end up taking the GS at all, which is kind of weird. But I mean, it's still like really nice setup here, and obviously, you know, the aura items onto Phil are fantastic. He's really good at holding onto those because he just does this big old AOE. So yeah, I mean, also we're locked in top 2 here, maybe top 1 if we can beat off this other player. We could take Quick Striker emblem for +1 Quick Striker. I mean, what is it? Just Fiddle item here, GS. He could finally move the double blue buff, or is he just going to GS the Fiddle and leave the... Yeah, honestly, I don't even mind the double mana gen here onto the Mel. Just get her casting. She does also suck mana. She does like a tiny bit of mana reave with her orbs that fly around. So it's an interesting effect, but it's really, I mean, it's 1 mana that she's stealing, so it's not like it's a huge mana reave. There's one of the giant Mel casts where like sometimes she just does that, and she just like blows up the entire board in 1 cast. Like it's kind of nuts. I don't completely understand it, like I said, like because it does seem very variable. Like some boards, sometimes she will just cast and just kill everything, and yeah, I don't completely get it. But I'm sure Mort Dog will do a nice little bit of research, and if it turns out that she's bugged, then she's bugged. And if she's not, she's not. We do actually lose a fight. Couldn't watch the whole thing because my kitty headbutted my mic right up in front of my face. But I mean, the enemy board that we're playing against is very strong. It looks like they leveled, right? Because they have a lot less gold than they had. So I think maybe that is the difference. We'll get a better look at their board on the next fight here. We are also very close to leveling here, but yeah, I mean, we can just barely do it here. Level for second Fiddle. I don't like to play second Fiddle to anybody, and I don't think Fiddle does either. It doesn't really do all that much to have a second Fiddle on your board, but I mean, hey, it's not the end of the world. Ooh, letting our Even Shroud die that early doesn't seem great. Yeah, this guy's board is capped, level 10. Also scaling up with all the Shadow Isles souls here. We'll see if we can win out, though. The Mel gets pulled in by the Thresh. Oh, man. It's a very solid top 2 with a cool board from Wasianiverson. Showing off the power of this Mel, showing off the power of Kindred as well, even, and the Shyvana. So really nice board from him, and a fun game. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch for Metafy. All my links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always.